Greetings and welcome everybody to another edition of Weird Wednesday. I am your host, Used Toy, or John House. And here with me is, of course, my co-host, Daryl House, or Suburban Hobo. How you doing, Daryl?
I'm good, and welcome to our audience today. I say welcome because I have a story that has Pennsylvania could be turning into Transylvania. Did you hear about Julia Caples? She's 45 years old. She's a vampire wannabe.
Really?
She drinks 2 liters of human blood each month. She's the mother of 2, and she cuts willing donors with a knife and drinks freely. She says it isn't weird or unsterile. When I drink their blood, I feel stronger and healthier.
Ew. Let me just say, ew. Well, I normally don't like to, make light of somebody dying, but this just seems so weird. Houston police say a 44-year-old woman stabbed her 59-year-old boyfriend to death with a stiletto heel.
I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been kind of a shoe guy, so I think this is pretty weird,
Well, if I could say, ew.
Well, the weirdest part was it's not the first time a stiletto has been used as a weapon. In 2011, a 33-year-old woman in northern England was charged with stabbing a man through the eye with her stiletto heel.
Oh, no. That's crazy. Well, listen, I have several stories today that I just really love. I have so much material that we may have to expand into the 60-minute version of the program. But this one, I absolutely love. This is like the practical joker guy. This would have been me in junior high school. Steve Crittenden, Iowa City, Iowa. He's been arrested. He lit a firecracker while a bomb squad was conducting a suspicious box investigation nearby.
Wow. That's great.
I want to know this guy. He was arrested after refusing a search and blood alcohol test. Authorities say he was found with 2 more firecrackers, and they charged him with reckless use of explosive. And can you imagine? Gee, do I cut the red wire or the group?
Hey, well, practical jokes can get people in trouble. I don't know if you saw this down in Florida, but Chad Ochocinco is in jail after slapping his attorney on the rear end. Hey, see you in the showers.
Well, you know what I thought was so weird? When I first heard that story, I just assumed that his attorney was female, and that's why the judge got so upset about it. But this morning, I'm reading the newspaper, and I mean, because it's a local story here, it was on all the news channels this morning, and it's a guy, and the judge, she's kind of hot. Yeah. I honestly, this is just me. I think maybe she went a little bit overboard on it because guys in sports just do that all the time. I don't think he meant to be offensive or anything, but hey, he's in the slammer for 30 days.
Yeah, what else you got?
Oh, did you hear about the people who make Cadbury and Toblerone? They're making a heat-resistant chocolate for consumers in the hot climates. Yeah,
Nice.
Whatever happened to melts in your mouth, not in your hand?
Yeah, good point.
I don't get that.
It's the candy shell.
I'm a peanut.
Well, your first story was from Pennsylvania. A Pennsylvania man has been accused of stealing a state police cruiser and leading officers on a chase. The thing is, he had been handcuffed and put in the back of the car. So he got free. He was seatbelt, secured in the back of the car. So he got loose from his seatbelt, got his handcuffs in front of him, somehow got out of the car and into the front seat and drove. My question is, where was the police during all this?
Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, were they inside getting some breakfast?
More than likely. Well, I have one story. My Florida that I do everything. I'm tossing it out because this is the story of the week. I am so in love with this story because, I mean, criminals, our criminal justice system, where somebody, they convict somebody of a crime, they keep them in prison for 20 years, and there's appeal after appeal after appeal, and the taxpayers are supportive. Doesn't work that way in all parts of the world. Here's the story. Santos Ramos is his name, 17 years old. He attended the funeral for a murder victim, Leandra Arias Janco, who was 35, and this was near Calquichaca, Bolivia. They know how to do it in Bolivia. Wednesday, this is when the funeral ceremony was, more than 200 outraged mourners ID'd him as the killer. They tied him up, they threw him into the open grave, they put the coffin on top of him, and then they filled the grave with earth, burying him alive and killing him.
Wow, that's justice.
It's a little drastic, but you know what? Cut to the chase.
Hey, I'm guessing he was a brilliant criminal for committing a murder with 200 witnesses.
And then the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm all done. I'm throwing away my sort of today. What you got?
A tongue patch diet hard to swallow for some experts.
Okay, say that again. What?
Tongue patch diet. What they're doing in California is they're sewing a patch onto your tongue so that you can lose weight. You can lose 30 pounds in a month just because they sew this thing to your tongue. So it's pretty hard to eat with something sewn on your tongue.
Yeah.
Needless to say, it hasn't been approved by the FDA. But the most amazing thing is, for putting a patch and 6 stitches onto your tongue, the doctor charges $2,000 for this procedure.
God. Well, obviously he doesn't read The Onion. You and I have been talking about The Onion recently. Just today, I subscribe because it is just the funniest stuff out there. In today's report on The Onion, I didn't know what your story was, but the lead story says, a new study finds that it is impossible to lose weight. No one has ever done it, and those who are trying should give up.
I subscribe to that theory.
Works for me. Hey, John, another great week on Weird Wednesday at BaloneyBrain.com. Thanks, folks, for joining us. John, you are the best partner ever. Love you, man.
We had some computer problems this week. I want to thank Vodburner for helping us get going. They are the best.
Are they in Transylvania?
They're in Australia.
Whoa. Well, good day, mate.
See ya.